the rules don't work for them anymore, so they decide to team up and build their own thing, right next door. That's essentially what's happening in West Africa. The nations of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger have formed a group called the Alliance of Sahel States, or AES. They've decided to chart their own course, moving away from the larger regional bloc, Ecowas. It's a bold move, a political statement that says we're going to do things our way now, and a big part of their plan starts with something we all use every day but probably don't think much about: roads. These three countries are landlocked, which is a polite way of saying they don't have a beach. Welcome to Adere, Africa. This geographical reality means they depend on their coastal neighbors to get goods to and from the rest of the world. Think of it like living in an apartment building and needing to use your neighbor's front door to get your groceries. It works, but it's not ideal. You're always relying on someone else. By deciding to build and improve the roads that connect them to each other, the leaders of the AES are not just pouring asphalt, they are paving a new path toward independence and stronger ties among themselves, creating their own superhighway of cooperation. The leaders of these nations, Colonel Assimi Goïta of Mali, Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso, and General Abdourahmane Tiani of Niger, recently got together to make this vision official. On July 15, 2025, they met and gave their transport ministers a clear directive. Figure out how to build these roads and find the money to do it. This isn't just about patching up a few potholes. It's a grand plan to construct and rehabilitate major arteries of transport that will crisscross their borders. It's a signal that their alliance is more than just a defense pact. It's a commitment to building a shared economic future from the ground up, literally. This initiative is a cornerstone of their new confederation, a project aimed at deep integration. They are looking beyond just military cooperation and toward a future where their economies are intertwined, where trade flows freely between them, and where they can collectively stand stronger on the regional stage. It's a massive undertaking, filled with ambition and the promise of a different tomorrow for the Sahel. The journey of 1,000 miles, as they say, begins with a single step. And for these nations, that first step is laying down a road that connects them all, forging a new destiny together. So why all this fuss about roads? Well, roads are like the veins and arteries of a country's economy. They carry the lifeblood, the goods, the people, the ideas that make everything run. For countries like Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, where a staggering number of roads are unpaved, this is a game changer. Right now, only a tiny fraction of Mali's road network is paved, around 7%. This makes travel slow, difficult, and sometimes impossible, especially during the rainy season. It's like trying to run a modern e-commerce business using a dial-up modem. You can try, but you're not going to be competing with Amazon anytime soon. Better roads mean a farmer in a remote village in Burkina Faso can get her produce to a market in Niger much faster. This reduces spoilage, lowers costs, and puts more money directly into her pocket. It means a small business owner in Mali can source materials from a neighboring country without seeing all their profits eaten up by transportation fees. It connects people to jobs, students to schools, and patients to hospitals. Good roads shrink distances, turning isolated communities into connected hubs of activity and opportunity. It's about creating a network where prosperity can travel just as easily as a truck full of mangoes. The plan is to create a seamless corridor for trade and travel. Imagine being able to drive from Bamako to Ouagadougou to Niamey on a smooth modern highway. This would be revolutionary. It would boost intra-regional trade, which is currently very low. These countries trade more with nations overseas than with their next-door neighbors, which is a huge missed opportunity. By making it easier to move goods across their borders, they can start building a more robust and resilient regional economy. This is about creating a single larger market, which is more attractive to investors and more beneficial for everyone living within it. This interconnectedness also strengthens their political alliance. When people and businesses from different countries interact more, they build relationships, understanding and trust. It's harder to have disagreements with your neighbors when you're constantly visiting their house for a cup of tea or borrowing a cup of sugar, or in this case, trading livestock and textiles. The roads become more than just infrastructure. They become pathways for cultural exchange and friendship. They are the physical manifestation of the leaders' pledge to work together, creating a tangible link that binds their nations and their people closer than ever before. Now, building a massive road network in the Sahel isn't as simple as calling up a construction crew. It comes with some serious challenges, and the biggest one is security. This region has unfortunately become a hotspot for insurgent groups, and roads are often the most dangerous places to be. Studies have shown that a huge percentage of violent attacks happen near roads. It's a tragic irony. The very infrastructure meant to connect and uplift people can also make them vulnerable. So any road building plan has to come with a robust security plan to protect both the construction workers and the people who will eventually use these routes. The second major hurdle is, of course, money. Big roads require big money. Where is it going to come from? The leaders of the AES have a clever plan for this. They are looking beneath their feet to the vast mineral wealth their countries possess. Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger are rich in resources like gold and uranium. Recently, they have been changing their mining laws to make sure that more of the...
Yeah, what's up, my people? It's another beautiful day once again. I welcome you into this channel. I don't know you, you don't know me, but as we continue, we shall know each other. This is where we talk about the matter about Africa and politics at large. Anything that affects Africa, this is the home. Today we are in Sahel states once again. Yeah, Sahel state is making progress, moving forward. They have now formed their alliance, that is Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso. They're now concentrating on their things, building their country, fighting terrorism together. But Ecowas is still pursuing them. Ecowas is envy with how those countries are progressing. Ecowas wants Sahel state to go back to Ecowas, that if they're in Ecowas, they are more safe than how they are. Is it that true? Does it really make sense? What the benefit that Ecowas get or losing without having a Sahel state? This retaliation comes from the Julius Maada Bio, the new president of Ecowas, that he wants Sahel state into Ecowas immediately. That those countries are safe in Sahel, safe in Ecowas. Neither they will not progress if they continue in that path of that alliance. What do you think? Just watch.
Has reiterated his wish that the alliance of Sahel states rejoin regional body Ecowas. Maada Bio took the rotating presidency of the Economic Community of West African States in June and says he hopes the good relations he has with Mali, Burkina Faso and Niger will work in his favour. The three junta-led countries formally announced their exit from the 15-nation bloc in January, following the formation last year of their own alliance. They broke away when ECOWAS demanded a restoration of democratic rule in Niger after its 2023 military coup. It's a pivotal time for the West African bloc as the region faces growing threats of terrorism, climate change, military coup and poverty. Maada Bio has stressed the importance of maintaining regional unity as it deals with these challenges. He's pledged to prioritize democracy, security cooperation, economic integration and institutional credibility during his tenure.
1 million question is this. If you are not important to someone, why is that someone so eager for you to work with him or her? If Sahel state is not that important to ECOWAS, if ECOWAS is the one which will guarantee security to ECOWAS. Why is it so that eager for Sahel state to come? Does it really make sense? Because if someone is not important to you, you have to let that someone does or her thing on her own. Because after all, doesn't have that importance to you. But in this case, why is it that ECOWAS is so determined that Sahel state should rejoin that bloc if Sahel state is not important to them, or if Sahel state should rely to them for security? What do you think? What is your thought about this? Does it that make sense? Does it a dilemma in that sense? What is your opinion about this? Just subscribe, like, and don't forget to leave your comment. See you then.